I'm going to try and make this video as quick as possible. There's going to be no BS, and I'm going to tell you how to make money on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet as fast as you can. Before we even get started, if you want to do this, you have to have beat the game, and you have to have unlocked 6-star terror raids. You will also go into want a turbo controller, and if you don't know what a turbo controller is, it's a controller that automatically repeats the actions you tell it to do forever until you press the stop button. If you don't have one of them, you can buy one off eBay for like £15, so like it isn't the most expensive thing in the world, and I say pounds because I live in the UK, but if you live somewhere else, then it'll be converted into your local currency. But yeah, once you have one of them, you can do the steps that I'm going to show you in the video to get infinite money. Step 1. You have to have Sylveon with Pixelate. Pixelate is a hidden ability on Sylveon, but lucky for us though, acquiring a Sylveon with Pixelate is actually easy, like no ability patches needed. There are plenty of terrorists on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that spawn Umbreon, Flareon, Jolteon, etc. If you actually find someone that's hosting a Sylveon Terror Raid and it ends up having Pixelate, you can skip straight to the second step. If you find a Terror Raid and it's not Sylveon, but it's one of the evolutions, I suggest you do the raid, catch them, and when you do, there'll be a chance that the evolution you catch will have a hidden ability. If not, then just try again until you find one. Some Pokemon you might want to use for terrorists if you aren't too familiar with them are Iron Hands with Belly Drum and Annihilate with Screech, Drain Punch and Rage Fist. After you have your hidden ability evolution, you want to breed it with Ditto because there's a high chance of the ability getting passed down to the egg. If you don't have a Ditto, you can find one near the Porto Miranda Lighthouse. I don't know how you say it, but it's in the video. Ditto will disguise itself as other Pokemon, but if you press 0 on your controller, its name will actually show up. So yeah, catch one of them, use the egg power recipe, and then get to breeding. Eevee can have 3 abilities, 2 of them being its regular abilities, Runaway and Adaptability, and the other being its hidden ability, Anticipation. And that's the Eevee you want to acquire. So keep on hatching eggs until you get to Eevee with Anticipation. After you do, you want to evolve it into Sylveon. Feed it 17 friendship berries. By friendship berries, I mean grappa berries, Hondu berries, Kelpsie berries, Pomok berries, Quallot berries and tomato berries. If you don't have any of these berries, I'll leave a link in the description because I don't want this video to go on for too long. If the game doesn't allow you to use one of the berries on Eevee, then increase one of its EVs by using an item such as calcium or zinc, and then get to decreasing the stat that you just increased to 0. After this, get your Eevee to level 15, and I actually really recommend that you use EXP candies because we're going to Eevee train it in step 2, so we don't want to give it any unnecessary EVs. When it's at level 15, it'll want to learn Baby Doe Eyes. Teach it that and it'll start to evolve. When it does, check the summary and you'll notice that it has Pixelate. You can use as many EXP candies as you want. I recommend getting to at least level 50 because we're going to hyper train Sylveon soon, and you can only hyper train once you get to level 50 and above. Step 2. Change its nature to Modest and Eevee train it. You can buy a Modest Mint from the Chansey Supply store to change its nature if it's not a Modest nature already. In terms of EVs, you need Sylveon to have 58 EVs in defense, 252 EVs in special attack, and 200 EVs in speed. If you don't mind forking out some Pokédollars, you can actually increase Sylveon's EVs by using calcium, carbos, and iron. Remember, you're going to essentially be making an unlimited amount of profit by doing this, so it is worth it. It'll cost you around 500,000 Pokédollars altogether, and they're available from any Chansey Supply store. You can use 26 calciums to max out Sylveon's special attack, 20 carboses to give Sylveon 200 EVs in speed, and 6 irons to give the rest of the EVs in defense. You have to do it in that order or else it won't work. Calcium, then carbos, then iron. If you don't want to use Pokédollars, then we have the EV train traditionally. If you haven't done so already, go to any Delibird presence and buy the Power Belt, Power Lens, and Power Anklet. Purchasing all 3 of these will cost you 30,000 Pokédollars, which isn't the worst. We're going to be trading defense first, so equip your Power Belt. If you're not sure what these power items actually do, they basically give you an additional 8 EVs on top of the 1 EV you naturally get from knocking out a Pokemon, so altogether you get 9 EVs. Come to this spot, like over here, feel free to pause the video, and knock out 6 Scatterbugs or Tarantulas with the Power Belt on and 4 times with the Power Belt off. After that, come to this spot. Again, feel free to pause the video. Put your Power Lens on and knock out 28 Psyducks. After that, take the Power Lens off and put on the Power Anklet. Come to this spot over here and knock out 23 Dillons or Pawmies or Pawmoas or Rookidis or Corvus Squires and Murkrow if you're playing during the evening or night, and you're done. Step 3. If you're not level 50 already, then get there because step 3 is hyper training Sylveon in HP, special attack, defense, special defense, and speed. Step 4. Get Sylveon to level 100. If you have ESP candies to do so, then great. If you don't, then start a picnic, make a ham sandwich to increase the encounter rate of normal type Pokemon, then come to floor 3 in area 0. Come to this entrance, and when you're there, there'll be so many chances for you to defeat. On the downside, these chances are very tanky in terms of special defense, so getting to level 100 may take a while, but you can try to use Bite to attack them defensively, or teach it Hyper Voice for all-out DPS. Boss either this, or you farm Terra Raids for ESP candies. Step 5. If you haven't collected the amulet coin already, then come to Medale East and talk to this guy, and he'll tell you to beat a number of trainers in the near route to you. After you're done, he'll give you the amulet coin, so put that on Sylveon. Step 6. Give Sylveon Hyper Voice if you haven't taught it already. Sylveon learns Hyper Voice only through TMs, so you have to collect that if you don't have one already. When Sylveon has Hyper Voice, you have to delete the rest of his other moves. The only move Sylveon should have is Hyper Voice. Step 7, which is the final step, is to make Sylveon the only Pokemon on your team. After that, come to the academy, stand over here, assign your turbo button to press A, and that's it. You can leave this overnight, you can leave this when you're going to school, when you're going to work, it doesn't matter. It will farm money forever until you tell it to stop. I have sped up gameplay of me doing this, and as you can see, it really does work. That's basically it. If you have anything to say, leave it in the comments, but yeah, that will be it for me. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.